I just want to say there are a number of youth leaders in the room, and I think they all deserve a round of applause. So why don't you all stand up? And you might not be on the podium this time, but there are 3.5 more years, and we will share this podium with you as we go through this initiative. Thank you so much. And as we mentioned to you yesterday, you're called youth leaders because you're young, but leader because you've taken the responsibility. And that means a whole lot to us. Welcome to the launch of the Start Strong initiative. I am just so pleased to be here. I am Esta Soler. I'm the founder and president of the Family Violence Prevention Fund. And I wouldn't be here without our partners, Blue Shield of California, Bess Bendet and Crystal Haling. Blue Shield of California is the largest funder in California of domestic violence prevention and treatment services, and we thank you for that commitment. And to the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. You are the go-to foundation in public health in many ways, from 911 to tobacco cessation to childhood obesity. You've led the way on so many public health issues, and you're going to lead the way on this one. This is the single largest initiative to end, reduce, and stop teen dating violence in the United States, and Robert Wood Johnson, thank you for being our partner. You know, this initiative couldn't happen at a more opportune time. In June of this year, the Family Violence Prevention Fund and Liz Claiborne released a survey in Washington, D.C. that found that 1 in 3 teenagers, and I heard your data as well, 1 in 3 teenagers report actual physical, sexual, or threats of physical abuse. That number is unconscionable. We cannot stand by and keep hearing survey after survey and story after story that is destroying our young people's lives. But the good news is the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the Blue Shield of California Foundation, and 11 communities in this room, from Idaho to Bronx to Indianapolis, oh my God, Oakland, Los Angeles, all right, come on. Yes. Together, the best in this nation. What? Did I forgot? Atlanta? Bridgeport, excuse me, Bridgeport. Austin. Wichita, Kansas. Communities across this country, 11 of them, from states to local communities, who are the best, who are the most innovative and the most experimental, have come together to create a laboratory for the first national initiative that is going to say to the United States of America, to this Congress and to this President, we have programs that work, and take it to scale. And that's what this is all about. The Start Strong initiative says very clearly that we're going to make sure that in every school in the United States there will be a curriculum, and a curriculum that works. And we released data yesterday, and parents across this country, over 90% of parents, according to Peter Hart research, say they want in-school curricula for their children to deal with this serious problem. And parents are saying that they're ready to do something. They want to have the conversation. They even say they're having the conversation. But when you ask our young people, the young people say, no, you're not. The good news is they want to have the conversation. The news that we have to take to heart is we have to give them the tools to have the kind of talk that's going to make a difference. And that's what this is all about, right? You're shaking your head. It's right. We can do that. We can do that because we've done it before. And we have to create the kinds of programs and campaigns that make sure that our young people know what is abusive, how to know what the signs are. It was really telling after the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation that young people were not as clear about what was right and what was wrong as our adults were, because we had focused primarily on adults. And we have to change it. And clearly, ladies and gentlemen and young people, we know we can do that because of the people who are in this room. We've got to do the kinds of campaigns that are going to change the social norms, that say this behavior is not acceptable, that your sister won't get hurt, and that we draw the line both in terms of what's right online and what's right offline. We've got to stop the sexting, the textual harassment, the digital abuse, and we have to stop the behavioral abuse. And Start Strong, 11 communities strong, is going to be able to do that. And the reason we're going to be able to do it is we're going to put the programs in place in school and after school, the policies that work, and most importantly, it's going to work because of the young people who are in this room. And so let me just say thank you again to all of you. And I want to give you one more round of applause because you are taking a stand. It's a stand at the beginning of a social movement, and you're going to make a difference for the younger people, for the 11 to 14-year-olds, because they look up to you. Thank you. And you know what? And you know what? Many years ago, many of us in this room went to Congress and said, you got to do something about domestic violence and sexual violence. We wrote laws, we did campaigns, and many years later, we've seen a reduction of violence against adults because of that work. Our young people deserve the same. We have to do what we did for adults for young people across this country. The good news is what we did worked. So we know what we're doing. Let's get to work. Thank you for being here. I'm so proud to be with all of you in this room. And from all the different communities who are here in San Francisco today to launch Start Strong, we've got the best, most innovative. We'll take the risks. We will make sure it works. We have to. Our young people deserve it, and we've got to do it for them. Thank you very much.